Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Welcome to another edition of Macro Monday. We have a Thai beer out of the macros in Thai. It's actually my favourite. There's three main ones. You've got SINGHA, which is known as the original Thai beer, premium lager. You've also got Chang and Leo. Leo's sort of the real basic ones. And yeah, SINGHA and Chang sort of are the two majors that are always competing against each other. They're probably owned by the same company. There is a particular name for the brewery. I think it's up in Chiang Rai and Bangkok as well. Like, there's a few facilities. Not sure whether they're owned by a big conglomerate. I'd say they probably are. But yeah, let's get into it. As they say in Thailand, Saudi Cup. Cheers, Thomas. How you going, brother? I've got my little pub dimple glass. I haven't had one of these for a while. I've obviously been to Thailand a couple of times, so drank plenty of them over there, poolside, beachside, in random pubs and clubs. Dirty glassware. So the colour's a bit off in my camera. I would say it pours like a medium yellow. Pretty high in carbonation. Very clear, like clean body. I would say the head's probably two finger. White, foamy. Probably a light body, I would say. Let's go for the aroma. There's not going to be much at all. You do get some citrus, like some lemon peel. And yeah, it's a little bit grassy. I'd say there's like a peppery note there as well. It actually smells like a half decent lager, just on aroma. Cheers, Craig. Good to see you. Yeah, I would say like a biscuity, grainy backbone, maybe slightly bready. But yeah, the aroma actually smells better than what I remember. We've got some hostility in the chat. Cheers, boys. Yeah, you get quite a lot of lemon zest. They probably use like one of your old school noble hops, I dare say. But yeah, not much else from that. Pretty much similar characters to like I don't know, like a German lager, but obviously it's not going to be as banging as a good German lager. Anyway, let's get into it. Cheers. And the percentage on this is 5% in a 330 ml bottle. I think I've only ever seen them in the bottles. Mate, they might have had cans in Thailand. Leo, I've definitely seen in both. Chang, I think Chang I've seen in both also. Chang is generally green with an elephant on it, and Leo's like red with the lion. Cheers, Simo. Good to see you, brother. I actually had Leo not long ago, and I forgot to review it. I had like a 12 pack of them. Silly me. Would have been good to do like SINGHA, Leo, and Chang all together, like side by side. I might still do it one day. But yeah, I haven't done a Macro Monday for a while. I think the last one I did was one of the European beers. Or actually, it could have been Sapporo or something like that. Don't know. It's been a while. Yeah, I've got heaps of good Aussie and Kiwi craft in the fridge at the moment. Um, might have a bit of a sesh sort of midweek sometime. We'll see how we go. I've got a bit on tomorrow, so I was never going to drink last night because I had to get up at 2:30. I started work at 4 a.m., so it was pretty tough. Yeah. Yeah, you've been having a crack lately too, Craigie boy. I still haven't seen you much, but you're always lately. I felt like I've been missing everyone just because of my new time, my new work schedule, and yeah, just I haven't been getting up as early either. So, but yeah, I watched a bit of yours on Simos. Um, yeah, Trouble sounds like it's good. I'm getting Adam to bring out the first two Troubles, but now they're releasing that new one, so he's probably going to bring that as well. So I'm going to have the two putties, the three Troubles, a couple of, I think they're Rivington Emperors collabs. Um, oh, Paul and Simon's beer. What else am I getting? Yeah, like I want some track. I want a track and a shore shot, like fresh beer. There's a couple of other bits and baps, as Craig says. Pretty easy drinking this. Quite watered down. But yeah, not offensive. As I said, out of most Southeast Asian beers, I find this one probably the better. There are some pretty terrible ones. Had in a Thai restaurant recently, I had a Cambodian beer. It was absolute trash. And then yeah, you'll get some out of like I'm not a fan of that. What's the one they have in Bali? Bintang. That's pretty average. Yeah, all the Vietnamese ones are pretty shit. Vietnamese has got a good, like Vietnam's got a good craft beer scene now. Though. At least with this beer, it's got like decent hop character to it. Yeah, did Craig end up having the putty as well as the two chubbles? I remember him saying earlier in the stream that he might crack the putty as well. And then I thought I might have seen him drinking it. I can't really remember. I was just sort of chiming in during work whenever I had a coffee. Also, for you guys, when you chimed into this stream, was the photo an actual SINGHA beer or was it a photo of Heady Topper and Focal Banger? Because yeah, for some reason when I put the photo up, it kept changing back to focal banger and heady topper like on my profile page. That's like the picture that's up the top. I don't know why. I kept changing back to that. I'm like, it's a fucking SINGHA beer. Why do you keep going to that? Cheers, Rob. I was just saying to the boys that I was watching back some of that stream. Chubble sounds like a good beer again this year. There was a couple of sort of things you were talking about, and I was like, oh, if I was there, I could have sort of shared some opinions. So, one of the questions you had, Rob, is what are Vale's standalone beers like? Back in the day, they were really good. Like they were considered, probably one of the better breweries in America. I had quite a bit of their stuff sort of pre-pandemic, and it was awesome. And then they sort of went through a patch where they fell off a bit, sort of a bit like Trillium. But what I've had from Trillium lately, it's like they've come good again. I just had a bit of an off patch. It's like they lose some key staff and they need to sort of find their feet again. And then, what was it? There was another question as well. But yeah, the Vale I found were really good with their double IPAs. It's a photo of SINGHA. Cool. Cheers, Juz. Good to see you, brother. Hope you had a rad holiday. I don't know if I said it to you, but yeah, happy birthday for the other day anyway. I think the actual day of your birthday, I had a real busy day, so I sort of didn't get a chance to sort of talk to you or anything. It looked like you had a great trip, dude. You had some good videos. It's like you can tell you're getting more comfortable on the camera and your video, like even just the quality of your videos, it's like getting better and better. The Byron Bay one was really good. Oh god. 2 liters of cider. What the fuck were you drinking that? Yeah, I thought he had putty. Yeah, it's a bit rough, dude. Got some greys in the side. Sort of sometimes too when my hair starts to get long, the beard and the hair sort of start to like join together. I'm real tired as well, so I probably look like shit. Yeah. So yeah, originally they're from Virginia, which is right near where like they're in Richmond, near where Josh from Last Beer's from. And back in the day when they had a heap of hype, he was like a massive Vale fanboy and used to go to all their events and that. And yeah, they would have been as hyped as sort of like what Treehouse and Trillium and Monkish and all those guys were. Here we go, the old flies. That's one thing any of yous will notice if yous come to Australia. You'll be like, fuck, you guys have a lot of flies. They're so bad at the moment. I don't know what it is. I think because our summer seems to have sort of carried on a bit longer. And yeah, it's pretty dry at the moment and you'll get a little bit of rain and then it sort of eases off and yeah, it just seems like there's so many more flies than usual. Need the chopsticks out. But yeah, like I'll go outside for about a minute and might have the back door slightly ajar, and then all of a sudden there's about 40 flies in my lounge room. Very annoying. Like even when I went to bed last night, I could just feel them like going on my forehead and that. I was like, so if I was sort of to compare this to maybe a European lager, I'd probably say it's sort of similar to like a Carlsberg. Yeah, just reminds me of Carlsberg. I'm gonna lose it. But yeah, I really want to get some like American macros that I haven't had before and do them on the channel. Like your Miller High Life and your Bush and your yeah, like even Bud Light. I've never had that before. It'd be cool to do all the regional stuff that you see some of the boys drinking. Nah, dude, I got work early in the morning. I'm probably actually lucky just to be doing this beer review because yeah, I started at 4 a.m. this morning. Start at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. I should already be in bed. Good tidings. Yeah, the old playoffs. I've been watching a bit of the hockey as well. Pardon me. So yeah, if I was to score this, being a solid macro beer, normally I'll give like say something that's like a macro beer that I don't mind, that like is quite enjoyable for me. It'll normally be around that sort of 3.5 to sort of 3.75. Um, yeah, I'd probably give this one 3.5 out of 5. It's certainly a lot better than most out there, especially to being Southeast Asian, because I feel like, yeah, some of the worst beers in the world are out of that area, which is pretty harsh. Um, mind you, I have had some African macro that's pretty bad. It'd be unreal to try, yeah, stuff from like, yeah, like Russia or South America, or just countries that you normally can't get stuff from. I had some Russian craft beer once and it was really good. The brewery is called Zagavor. Mm. But yeah, I've never had any South American craft. I've had some breweries that have done collabs with American breweries. I think one of them was I think one was Brazilian and one might have been maybe Argentinian. Yeah, someone recently, I think in the UK, was trying to get hold of some South American craft. I can't remember who it was. Might have been Harry. Cheers, Adam. Yeah, fucking oath, dude. I'm always tired. I don't think I've had a decent sleep for a very long time. But yeah, getting up at fucking after a pretty quick weekend and having to get up at 2:30 in the morning is pretty shit. Hopefully I'll sleep well tonight. Russian Baltic Porter last week. Cool. Fun thing about South American craft beer. Yeah. Cheers, Jazz. Spartacus from Brazil is now contracting back to brewery about it. That's cool. Especially if it's that close to where you are, you start seeing a bit of their stuff. Oh, that's cool. Have you seen much African craft, Thomas? I remember I had a brewery once from South Africa. I think they were out of Johannesburg. Um, I can't think of the name. Might have even had Cape in the title. They weren't too bad anyway. I think I had a couple of IPAs and a sour or something. We've got our Pint of Origin in Melbourne this week, so it's an awesome way to try beers from different areas of the world. I'm not sure where the European one is this year. Normally it's at Westside Ale Works in South Melbourne, but they've just recently had a change of ownership, so I don't know if it'll still be there or not. But yeah, my favourite one's always the Carwin Cellars. They get all this hyped American shit. So I'm going to be trying some Anchorage stouts on the weekend, which will be fucking awesome. The Canadian craft's always good. Oh yeah. Fuck, I wish the Vikes were coming to Australia. There's still no word. There's been a lot of promo for the NFL in Australia. Just they're trying to hype up the Rams and sort of make them Australia's team, sort of thing. But most people that are into NFL in Australia, they've already got a team. They couldn't give a fuck about the Rams. That would be cool, though. Oh, yeah? Oh, my God. That is fucked. Yeah, so I bet you it was the sort of thing because you didn't sign up for something previously, it would have just cost you $10, maybe $5 initially or something. But because you've just gone through it unknown, they've charged you $30 for a fucking fee. That's ridiculous. It's like, see, recently, the only thing I had in my house that was on gas was my heating. And I had a guy come round and he's got rid of the gas heating, and I'm meant to be getting like a split system, which is going to be electric. So now there's no need for me to have gas connected, and I'm organised for it to be fucked off. but I'm paying a supply charge to have gas at the house. It's like fucking $60 a month or some bullshit, and I'm not even using it. It's like so fucked. $60. So if you didn't use your gas all year, you would pay, yeah, like $700 just in a supply charge. It's fucking ridiculous. Let's go live off the grid, boys. That beer is gone. So yeah, as I said, 3.5, solid lager. It says on the front Bangkok, Thailand. And that's what I wrote in the description. But yeah, I'm pretty sure their main brewery or distribution's up in the north in the mountains. It says established 1933. Pretty cool logo. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, in my hometown, when I used to like I finished school and I was studying and working, like I went to university, but I was working full time as well. So I was real fucking busy and like just at a point in my life, like rebellious as well. And anyway, like when it used to come to parking, when we'd be studying, it was always an absolute cunt trying to find a park anywhere. So a lot of us just used to park wherever and just fucking rack up these fines. And I remember it got to a stage where I would have had at least 5 or 6 parking fines that were probably like 50 to $100 all up. And I just never paid them. I'm like, fuck the council. I'm just not going to pay them and see what happens. And I never heard anything about it. Whereas some of the other people were getting like increases in their fines and like notices in their mail and getting real stressed out about it and stuff. And then I thought, well, I had an auntie, like my mum's sister, that worked for the council. And I thought maybe one day she's like been going through the accounts and seen that I had these like fines and she probably just like scrapped them because I never heard about it again. It's real weird. Pattaya. Oh no, that's a shithole. That's where you get all the fucking 70-year-old men with fucking little girls or boys by their side. Yeah, boy. Bangkok's fucking awesome. First time I went there, I was like real sketchy about it, especially because I had a bad situation as soon as I got there. But then, yeah, just I ate it up the second time I went. It was fucking unreal. Sometimes you just gotta be well prepared, do your research, and I mean it's always handy to hang out with locals and but yeah, I'm one of those people. I like to get in the thick of it. I'm certainly not the type of person who'll go on a holiday and just sit in the fucking hotel all day. I can't stand that when I go on holidays and I'll be like staying at a resort in Thailand or something, and like every day early in the morning I'll go out and I'll be exploring and doing shit all day, and come back late at night and I'm absolutely fucked. And you'll get these people that are just there all day, every day, just in the pool, and it's all they do. It's like, fucking get out and explore. And they're the type of people that would be eating burgers for lunch. And I mean, it is fair enough. Some people just want to go on a holiday and just relax. But I just think if you going all that way to another country, like at least get out and check things out. Yeah. Yeah, well, that car that I racked the fines up in just ended up going to scrap. It was a Toyota Camry. It was my first car. It was actually pretty good. But yeah, I just didn't look after it very well. And I mean, it was pretty old too. Um, the internal really good, but just more the body and that was pretty shit. Yeah, exactly. The hardest thing with going off grid would be, yeah, just not being able to communicate with people you normally would. Like just all of a sudden you go from talking to heaps of people to, yeah, complete sort of loneliness. Be a lot of hard work too. I mean, yeah, how much of a luxury is it to be able to go in a supermarket and just get, yeah, like meat that's prepared already, and different world if you're out there hunting and you've got to, like, yeah, butcher it yourself. And yeah, exactly. I just want to be in a country where you don't get completely fucked over with taxes. Australia is just so bad. Just well, I mean, everywhere's struggling with the cost of living, but Australia is definitely in the top fucking three in the world at the moment. And just the housing costs and housing availability is just so bad. See, I start to worry as to, like, when I'm old, what the fuck I'm gonna do, because I feel like there's already a housing crisis now, so they're gonna just continue pouring more and more people into the country, and yeah, people just aren't gonna have anywhere to live or be able to afford to live anywhere. And it's like when you're old and you're not working full time, you're like retired. It's like, how the fuck are you gonna afford, like, to live somewhere if you don't own your own house? And I just can't justify paying fucking nearly $1 million for a house when I live by myself. Yeah, yeah. See, I could see myself living somewhere like that for a couple of years. I really need to check out Vietnam. I feel like that's sort of my there, or New Zealand are my next holiday destination, or international holiday destination anyway. Yeah, fucking oath. Yeah, it's almost like you, if you were considering it, maybe sort of start, yeah, doing little baby steps to lead up to it. Like join a gun club and start going hunting, and Yeah, like grow your own vegetables, and I don't know. You could do little things to sort of see what you think. Go sleep on the streets for a few nights. Yeah, I just get so fucking annoyed with it, mainly like our alcohol tax. It's just so fucking annoying. Every other country doesn't pay nothing compared to what we do with alcohol. The only ones that do is fucking Iceland and Norway, I think. When you're paying, when you can't even get a case of macro beer for under $60, you know it's a problem. You're paying like fucking $40 to $50 for a 4 pack of normal craft beer. And then you get Americans whinging, going, "Oh, my case of macro beer's gone up from $15 to 17." I'm like, you fucking sook. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's the thing with Australia. Like, our roads in the city can be amazing because Australia is such a fucking massive country and we have a lot of trucks. All the roads are fucked, and they just don't have enough money to keep pouring into them. Like in my area, especially because it's like dairy farming community. There's so many dairy trucks on the road, and all the roads are just absolutely slaughtered. People will be driving in their nice new cars and drive into a huge pothole and completely fuck their suspension, or and then yeah, they have to pay for it themselves. It's fucked. I've seen potholes in our roads where like kids can get down into and you can't see them. That's bad. Yeah. No, he's going to be homeless with me. We're going to be lining up for food at Queen Victoria Market. I remember those times when we used to do YouTube panels and we'd be on the beers. Oh, I just went to drink more and I'm like, fuck, there's none left. Damn it. Yeah. I just like the fact in America that housing costs and beer costs are a lot cheaper. They say the wages aren't as high, but from what I hear with a lot of people, I don't think they're as bad as what people think. Yeah, at least we've got plenty of hair to keep us warm. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if I was homeless, I'd still find a way to get alcohol and food. I'd uh, I'd have my acoustic guitar with me because I'd have so much free time. I'd turn into a fucking an absolute maestro on the guitar. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Australia's answer to Eddie Van Halen. Anyway, I better wrap this up. This beer review is turning into a hangout full of banter and joy. Yeah, thanks everyone for chiming in. I've got to get some shut eye. But yeah, I might be around tomorrow maybe. We'll see what happens. I'll do a review tomorrow, but maybe a hangout tomorrow or the night after. So yeah, as I said, SINGHA out of Thailand, 3.5 out of 5. Pretty much, yeah. Reminds me heaps of Carlsberg. Just that like biscuity, slightly bready, grainy sort of backbone, fairly light and refreshing. A little bit of like lemon zest, grassy, touch of pepper. Yeah, pretty quaffable. Cheers, guys.